Hi, my name is Shaleen Sutherland. I'm an actress and model. I'm from Toronto, Canada, but I'm currently living in Vancouver, BC. You may know me from the show called The Bachelor Canada, Season 3, and I'm going to tell you guys about my experience, the process, and how I was approached. I was discovered for the show by social media, aka Facebook. So I remember one night I was working, it was late at night. I got a message from my casting director, who I absolutely adore. She's so sweet and just so bubbly, and that's how my personality is as well. And she basically just messaged me and said, this is an opportunity about being on the show as a contestant. Let me know if you're interested. If so, we could talk further about more details. At that time when I got the message, I was like, this is interesting. Like, should I do this or should I not? And I thought about it for maybe like a couple of days, and I said, I'll get back to her and just let her know that I am interested in it. After I had to do a Skype meeting with the casting director, the producers, so they could get like a feel of who I am as a person and my personality. I had to like tell them stories. Mainly, I had to set up a video showing my personality, answering the questions that they sent me, and then submitting it to them. And then also like filling out forms and documents, doing like a whole physical, like health, mental, which is very important when you go on these type of shows, because especially it was my first time, I didn't know what to expect. Going through a lot of emotions, you could be frustrated one night, you could be really sad one night. I had to send them pictures as well, like pictures from like when I was a kid, like with family, and just getting to know me and what kind of sports I like, me being social with others. And once they have a good idea of who you are, your personality, and if they do like you to be cast, after the whole process, then they're like, okay, we have to put this whole video of you, like a portfolio basically of you, and they submit it to the network. So the network is the one who's like full in power. Like they have to say yes. Like once the casting director sends it to the producers and they're like, yeah, I think this person would be good for the show, then the producers have to be like, okay, let's see if we like her as well. And then it's a green light, and then it's like, okay, well now it's the network who has to say yes. Well, the network was W Network. If you guys don't know, they had to basically say yes to me be on the show. And once it was a green light, I was super stoked, I was super happy. I can't really remember the exact duration of all this happening. I think it was like maybe a month, or maybe it could be even longer. I don't know, I can't remember, so please do not try to ask me like certain exact dates, but I believe it was sometime in spring. I think it was in spring when this all happened, or like early like February or March, I don't know. I remember that they announced Rachel Lindsay was gonna be the Bachelorette for the US, and I was just blown away because I was like, finally I get to see a Black beautiful woman who's very smart and as a lawyer, showing that she's educated, and not only that, funny. I was just really happy to see someone who's similar looking to me. So when I got the green light that I was gonna be one of the contestants in The Bachelor Canada Season 3, it was the first time that I've seen a Black person being as a contestant in Canada for that show. So I knew this was an opportunity for me to like go and shine and just, have the experience. I didn't really see myself going past episode 1 or 2, to be honest. Let's just be real here. But I knew for the fact that I wanted to show other people that a Black person was able to get on this show, at least to show face. It was obviously a great opportunity for me to go and to have the experience, and I was grateful too, but I also want to see how it worked behind the scenes, like how everything works. Every time you watch a show, you always kind of curiously want to know, like, how did they put that together, or why did that happen, or you have your questions. So that was one of my key things too, just observing and knowing how it works. So when I got the green light that I'm gonna be on the show, I was told that I need to take pictures in my clothes that I'm gonna bring. So like all the wardrobe clothes, I have to take pictures of. So I was like, this is literally like the movie Coolest, but I love fashion, so it was okay, but it was a lot of work, okay? So once I took photos of like jewelry, shoes, bikinis, sweaters, summer clothes, dresses, everything, I just sent it to them, and then they were just like, okay, like that you could bring, that no, because there has to be a certain amount of stuff you're gonna bring with you. You can't bring like your whole life, basically. Then I was also told to find a dress, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to find a dress as well. I'm like, okay, so in between work, you know, I went to literally like 5 different malls to find a dress. It was tough, I'm not even gonna lie. I went to stores that I knew had like beautiful dresses and like different designs, but I remember finding a dress and I'll send it to them because they have to approve it. And they'd be like, oh, sorry, you can't use that one because someone else already has it. I'm like, oh my God, like seriously, I'm gonna pass out. There was times where I found a dress and it was like, oh, it's too short or it's too long, or, you know, so it was definitely difficult to find a dress. But once I did, it was a beautiful pink, like a light pink dress, flowing nicely. I wanted something that's really formal and like classy. That's the type of dress I wanted for the gown. Once I got approval for that, I was just super happy that I got a dress and they approved it, and that's how I found my dress. I remember one day they asked me what I wanted to do for the Bachelor, like something special within the mansion for the first night. It's also dancing, so maybe something that's like spicy and hot and just like do something fun. So they're like, oh, it'd probably be a good idea if we had like a DJ. Like, do you know anyone who knows to DJ? Like, we'll approve that. And I was like, who could I bring on the show that could DJ for me for that part? And I said, you know what, my brother actually is really good with music and being a DJ and all. Let me just ask him and see what he says. Luckily, when I spoke to him, he said, yeah, like, why not? Like, that's so cool. You know, he has to sign an NDA form, obviously, because now he knows that I'm going to be on the show. So it was really cool to, like, have that, like, little backup, like, oh, okay, my brother's going to be there. Like, it's going to be super cool, like, you know, for the first night, and be able to do that whole, like, special thing for The Bachelor at the time. Just super stoked about that. I didn't know who The Bachelor was gonna be at all. They didn't give you any details of who he was or where he worked or where he was from. I just knew that they were asking me questions about my dating life from before and like what type of guys I like to go for, like physically and like personality traits. So it was really crazy to me because it was like a blind date. That's how it felt to me, like going to the mansion and meeting The Bachelor for the first time. I had no idea, like, you know, who this guy was, like what's his personality was, like who he is as a person. So it was just really interesting and like just being nervous and like not knowing what to expect and to see if there's any sparks between us. But you know, just hoping that he was gonna be someone that I could fall for or like have some kind of feelings towards, you know, immediately. That was one thing that I was hoping for when I reached to the mansion. Thank you all for checking out my video. Please like and subscribe below. All my social media contacts is below as well. I expect new videos every week, and please do follow my brother. He also has a YouTube channel at 1MSTV. So check out his YouTube channel, it's really cool. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.